Hey girl, nice work with China tonight. Me and my girls are mad proud of you. Your pops too. You've been hot since snagging that title, girl.
Thanks, Soundy. You know, lots of folks saying you was pretty hard on Heathcote in the ring last week. Like, her and Patty hate those sectarian heifers as bad as we do.
You think that too? Listen, Angie, Danielle's already big, both she and Patty, and I think that's great. But you know as well as I do, when it comes to her ego and her emotions, she's all over the place. I didn't hurt her feelings, and damn, someone should say something if they care, and I do. I damn sure don't want to see her crash and burn.
No, I think you did it right. Because no matter what, those goth punks are gonna come back looking for her, not us, and it's because she says too much like you said. Ju was just trying to give good advice. You was just maybe a bit too real to deal, you know what I'm saying? You like to think that all of us, in our circle you know, are gonna have APs back against those jags.
Of course we will. Just 'cause I had to sit Danielle down a second, doesn't mean I want to see her or Patty get into some stupid beef with the sect. The sect has to be reeled in.
Good deal. See you and Pops after the show tonight.
We're buying dinner.
Fans, welcome back to the second half of tonight's RWL Snarl from Virginia Beach. Don Hickson, Christy Ogilvie, and Myron Schimmelman here with you for the call of the action. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, we have got a terrific second half on tap.
We sure do. We got a 2-on-1 handicap match. We got a great tag team match, a title match, and in the main event, American Supreme Matt Clark set to go 1-on-1 against the Mexican Monolith, the guy who took his title away.
Oh, yo. This is the one that I've been waiting for. A special 2-on-1 handicap tag with Dione the Titaness by herself against Mia Yim and Xia Li, the Deadly Dolls. It's Death by Snoo Snoo Time, Myron.
And you know how much I love Death by Snoo Snoo Time.
Welcome back, fans. Up next, a special 2-on-1 handicap tag team match, scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Milan, Italy, Dione the Titan S.
You know, we call it chutzpah where I come from, and Dione's got it in spades. Last week she beat China, so what does she do? She comes back this week and she's gonna take on the Deadly Dolls by herself in a handicap tag match. What kind of person is she? She's amazing.
Indeed, Dione the Titaness, former women's world champion, former women's international champion. Absolutely an amazing specimen at 6 feet 5 inches and 265 pounds. And she is definitely going to have her hands full against Mia Yim and Xia Li. But we've seen Dione do this, and she does it for fun.
Bet you anything, she's training for the Memphis Million Ladies Battle Royal. She's one of the few that's put in a bid to be part of it. She damn near won the Women's International, except Angie Angel Guns was just that much faster.
You know something? I'm not generally intimidated by most women. This woman comes into the office, I back up a few steps.
And her opponents, the team of Mia Yim and Xia Li, the Deadly Dolls.
It has been some time since we last saw Mia and Xia, the Deadly Dolls. And look at that, they have been talking about they are going to defeat Dione the Titaness in this match, talking about they've got the magic, and I suppose that's what that little gesture is all about.
The Deadly Dolls are no laughing matter. We've seen them in action before, and they can take opponents down pretty quick with those martial arts moves.
They do it all the time.
But Dione's so big, so resistant to punishment. They're gonna have to put in a little overtime on this one.
A little overtime, my foot. A lot of overtime. Look at the size of them, and look at the size of Dione. Their blows are gonna feel like mosquitoes landing on her shoulders.
Mia Yim and Xia Li, despite that, look at that, talking about they've got the magic. And they're going to use that magic to take down Dione the Titaness in this 2-on-1 handicap tag match. It remains to be seen And as we've mentioned before, Dione the Titaness engages in handicap matches just to keep in shape.
Will there be an upset here? I don't know. I can't say for sure. Again, the Deadly Dolls, they've got skills. And when they work together as a team, they're very effective. But again, Dione, they might as well be a 3 against 2 handicap match.
Whatever the case may be, Dione the Titan is certainly an even match as far as the Deadly Dolls are concerned.
Boy, just look at Dione standing on the outside, probably trying to figure out how she's going to take them apart and in what order.
And this 2-on-1 handicap match being officiated by a new junior referee, Charles Lacera. And he's certainly going to have his hands full here. Mia Yim starting off against Dione. They come center ring. Whoa! Tried to take her down with a shoulder tackle and it didn't work. Dione slams her into the far corner with hard elbows at the side of the head. And Mia Yim goes down. Dione quickly covering. 1. But only a 1. Mia Yim, obviously still far too fresh. And here comes Dione. Look at this. The sheer power of the Titaness. With Mia Yim about 7 feet in the air. And down she goes, drops like a stone. Right center ring. Stomp to the midsection. And Dione enjoyed it. Whoa! My, did you see that? Off the rope she goes. Beautiful splash. Probably knocking the wind out of Mia Yim. Oh, hard right, a left. And a double choke lift. And Mia Yim dropped like a bad habit again. Rebound off the ropes one more time. Dione fails to connect with the splash as Mia Yim gets out of the way just in time. And here we go. A series of martial arts kicks. Kicks Dione down to the canvas. She quickly tries to get back up to her feet. Mia Yim with a hard forearm takes her right back down again. As Xia Li comes in on the tag. Here she goes, beautiful drop kick, but it didn't do too much. Dione with a series of shots has her up. One arm slam, swung her around to slam her as well. Dione picks herself up to the top rope. Mia Yim can't do nothing but look on helpless as another splash collapses the ribcage of Xia Li. 1, but only a 1 count. Dione proceeding to beat her feet on the Mississippi mud, as Tex might say. Oh my, she is psyched. Dione the Titaness whips her to the out onto the apron. A hard right and then another. And a third. And Dione's had enough. She's going to take herself out on the apron as well and slams Xia Li right into the apron. Look at this. A cocky pin on the outside right in front of the referee as the referee continues to count. Dione not seeming to care. She's going to take all of her aggression out on these two on the outside if she can. Might as well be her invisible tag team partner on the outside. Dione rounds up Xia Li, pitches her back inside the ring. Xia quickly tagging in Mia Yim in a hurry. Mia charges. Whoa! A kick that would have taken anybody else down, followed up by a bulldog. And Dione still not down on the canvas. Dione the Titaness escorted to the ropes by Mia Yim. An elbow from Dione and up into a bear hug. Squeezing the breath out of Mia Yim. Mia Yim fighting to get herself free. Hard elbows to the side of the head. A double ear clap finally does the trick. They lock up again. Hard knees to the midsection from Mia Yim. And Dione finally taken down to the canvas as Xia Li comes in. Xia Li moving in on a prone Dione the Titaness. Gathers her back up again. A short kick. Now, working on the arm of Dione, takes her down to the canvas, working on that arm. Drives a knee right into the elbow. Xia Li rounds her up. Hard shot that backs her up but doesn't take her down. A series of shots and Dione still refusing to hit the canvas. Hard shot to the back. Whoa, what a counter. Dione swings her into her own corner. Rounds her up. And what are we going to see? Whoa, scoop slam. Right center ring. Dione fails to connect with the stomp. Takes her down with a shoulder tackle instead. Hard stomp to the midsection. And a stomp to the arm. And Dione the Titaness. Primarily dominant in this matchup against these two opponents, the Deadly Dolls. Dione takes herself all the way up to the high rent district here. Xia Li catches an elbow right in the midsection. Dione going for the cover. 1, 2. Mia Yim saving the match for her team. Dione has to begin again. Has her up over the shoulders, turns her over, slams her face first into the mat. Dione covers and hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and that is it. It is over. Wow. Dione the Titaness by pinfall.
The time was 5 minutes and 6 seconds, and your winner, Dione, the Titaness.
You have just got to be kidding. The Italian Testarossa just destroying both her opponents in only 5 minutes and 6. Are y'all for real now? Dione is just straight amazing. That was absurdly quick, you guys.
It certainly was, and we'll be right back with more in just a minute. Up next, the biggest tag team contest of the evening, as the former TV Tag Champions Eddie and Ray Guns, the Guns Brothers, face the undisputed World Tag Team Champions, the Originals, in a non-title matchup.
Eddie and Ray have been pretty salty since losing the TV tags to the Southern Gentlemen. A win here over the Originals would be a really big deal, but not likely.
The next non-title tag team match is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied by Women's World Champion, Dynamite Jeannie Parker, at a combined weight of 490 pounds, from New York City, the team of Mr. Ringside Eddie Guns and his brother, El Jefe Ray Guns, the Guns Brothers.
The classic 70s rock ditty driving to the edge of time, heralding the arrival of Eddie and Ray, the Guns Brothers, and Dynamite Jeannie Parker. And indeed they have certainly been quite salty since losing the TV tag titles to the Southern Gentlemen, and they want to get back into the scene quickly.
I think Myron said it a few weeks ago, and I agree with him when he said the Guns Brothers are almost certainly on the comeback trail, which is maybe why they signed this non-title match with the Originals, maybe deciding to test themselves to the absolute limit against the single greatest tag team RWL has ever produced. Well, aim high, I guess, and that's exactly what they're gonna get from John Van and Guy Cormier.
Their opponents accompanied by Sylvia Strong at a combined weight of 510 pounds, from Chicago, Illinois, the Chicago Hammer John Van, and from Staten Island, New York, Crippler Guy Cormier. They're the RWL Undisputed World Tag Team Champions, the Originals.
No team in all the history of 28 years of RWL has dominated the tag team scene quite like John Van and Guy Cormier, the Originals, who for over 12 years have absolutely been the team to whip the world 3 times, multi-time tag team champions, and now on a years-long run as the undisputed World Tag Team Champs.
Hey, when you're good, you're good. And John Van and Guy Cormier, along with Sylvia Strong, they're very good. I like their new team music. It's very good.
That's actually pretty good, yeah. All right, well, Ray Guns and John Van, the Chicago Hammer, starting us off here. Referee Walt Rothburn sounds the bell. And whoa, here we go. Ray Guns drives 2 knees into the back of the official. John Van slams his head to the mat for that one. Fist drop. And John Van not looking too happy right here. Whoa, nice counter. The Chicago Hammer slamming the big bald head of El Jefe to the canvas, busted him open with that last fist drop. The referee back on duty is John Van with a beautiful crossbody, just beautiful, across the belly of El Jefe Ray Guns. Oh, a series of hard lefts and rights and a forearm. And the Chicago Hammer escorting El Jefe to his corner. His team's corner with a chop across the chest for El Jefe. John Van absolutely just, oh man, exploding on El Jefe Ray Guns. Ray Guns counters with a kick. They lock up mid-center. Snap suplex from Ray Guns. I admit I'm surprised he didn't tag out to his brother. John Van fails to connect with the dropkick. Short DDT from El Jefe, who now steps out and tags in Mr. Ringside Eddie Guns. The Women's World Champion Dynamite Jeannie Parker at ringside, encouraging her fella and his brother in this matchup. Eddie goes all the way up. His team's corner on the top turnbuckle. John Van stands up and whoa! Flying fist drop. Takes John Van down finally. Now raining right hands on the head of the Chicago Hammer. Follows it up with a couple of stomps to the midsection. John Van puts a hold on that kick, turns it into a dragon screw. Here, oh, look at this clever roll-up package here. One, but only a one. John Van finding his way out of the pin pretty easily. As Mr. Ringside starts pistoling right hands on the head of John Van. Hard kick to the back. Sylvia Strong, of course, watching her team very closely, as she always does. They lock up. Up over the shoulders goes John Van. And whoa! Snake eyes right into the top of the turnbuckle as El Jefe comes in on the tag. Flips John Van over, goes for a quick cover here. One, but again, only a one. The Originals, absolutely born double tough. Off the top rope, fails to connect with the Shooting Star. Should have watched where he was going. Whoa, whoa. Little inverted atomic drop and a splash from the Chicago Hammer. Who now tags in the Staten Island Crippler, Guy Cormier, who moves in on Ray Guns with a stomp and a kick. Now going for a cover. One, two, but only a two. Ray Guns bleeding from his injury as he stands back up, locks up Guy Cormier, spins him around. Whoa, nice wraparound DDT. Elbow to the midsection from Guy. And into a loop fest press, hard right hands right on the injury site. That's the Originals. No quarter given and none asked. As Mr. Ringside comes back in. A knee, kick, a right, a punch. And whoa! Guy Cormier putting the brakes on that one. Guy with a belly-to-belly suplex on Mr. Ringside as John Van is tagged in. The Chicago Hammer moves in on Mr. Ringside here, delivering a second belly-to-belly suplex. You got one from each member of the team here. Whoa! Drives a knee into the arm of Eddie Guns. Now with, oh man, elbows to the shoulder. Mr. Ringside, oh here we go, the claw, the brain claw. This has ended many a match right here. Mr. Ringside, look at this right here, stands himself back up and trying to separate that claw, and finally does succeed in breaking the hold. Charges, misses with the kick. John Van gets an elbow in the head instead. Up over the shoulders goes John. Whoa! Beautiful discus punch. As Mr. Ringside drags him center ring. See where this goes. Look at this. John Van rolls him up into a package. One, but only a one. And barely just. The Chicago Hammer catching elbows to the midsection here from Mr. Ringside. They lock it up. And here we go. Whoa! Drives a knee into the head of the Chicago Hammer. Momentarily stunned, dragged center ring. Mr. Ringside. Eddie Guns rounds him back up again. Collar and elbow and up over the shoulders into the fireman's carry. And another spinning discus punch from Mr. Ringside. Rebounds off the ropes, beautifully executed Shooting Star. Cover. One, two, but only a two. John Van still in the game as El Jefe Ray Guns is tagged in. Ray charges, running. Drop kick. Takes John right back down again. Rounds him back up. Whoa, look at this. John Van turning it around on El Jefe. Gathers him back up again. They lock up. Ray Guns being escorted to the Originals corner, but countering and escaping said corner, delivers a kick. And now El Jefe, returning the favor as it were, drives John Van's head into his turnbuckle. Kicks. Whoa, wicked kick. With the rope right there too. Look at this. Ray Guns. Whoa, look at this. Little bit of round and round we go with the Chicago Hammer as Mr. Ringside Eddie Guns is tagged back in. The Originals finding themselves in quite a bit of trouble, a little bit out of the ordinary actually. Here we go. Oh, flatliner. Mr. Ringside covers. 1, 2. But no, John Van absolutely refusing to give up the ship here. Stands up. Whoa, countered. John Van delivering a series of wicked kicks to the back of the leg of Mr. Ringside. They lock up again. Up over their shoulders. And here we go. Another beautifully executed discus punch from Mr. Ringside. John Van counters with a kick to the midsection. Tries for another and a DDT. Putting Eddie Guns down. Gathers him back up yet again. Up and over into a beautiful scoop slam as John Van takes himself out of the equation and brings in Guy Cormier. Sylvia Strong got to be a little bit concerned as Guy Cormier takes himself up to the top turnbuckle. Eddie Guns slowly getting back to his feet here. And here we go. Whoa! Failed to connect with that one. And Mr. Ringside prepared to make him pay in full. Whoa! Forearm across the face. And Guy Cormier is on the canvas with Mr. Ringside. Starting to really go to work here. The Guns brothers certainly performing slightly above peak this evening. John Van and Guy Cormier having their share of problems in this matchup. Guy Cormier with a scoop slam. Mr. Ringside laid out as John Van comes back in. John Van. Here we go again with the brain claw on Eddie Guns for a second time. This could very well be the end of the thing right here. John's got that locked in. Here comes El Jefe to the rescue. But no, Eddie Guns getting back up again, refusing to yield to John Van's submission hold. Off the rope. Beautiful kick as Ray Guns hangs Guy Cormier off the top rope as Eddie Guns pistons more right hands into the head of the Chicago Hammer. Mr. Ringside takes himself up to the high red district here. John Van getting to his feet here. Here we go. Failed to connect with that fist drop. I don't know how. I have no idea what he was trying to achieve there. Spinning punch that, whoa, John Van collapses. You could see him lose control of his bodily function as Ray Guns comes in on the tag. Look at this. Guy Cormier trying to get involved here. He is not the legal man. John Van catching all kinds of shots. Whoa! Flying buster out of absolutely no place from John Van. Slams Ray Guns head into the mat again, going back to the original strategy as Guy Cormier is tagged in. Drop kick from El Jefe and a beautiful, beautiful spinning moonsault. And here comes Eddie Guns on the tag one more time. Here we go. Whoa, kick to the midsection. Tried for the DDT, but Guy Cormier getting countered with shots to the midsection. Kick to the gut for Eddie Guns. A jab, a right, a kick, and a spin kick that absolutely took Eddie Guns down. And here comes John Van one more time. Sylvia Strong perhaps feeling a little bit more enthusiastic as John covers. 1, 2, but Ray Guns right there to save the match for his team as Guy Cormier is shown the outside. John Van tags El Jefe with the right before pitching him outside. And here we go. Mr. Ringside nails him with a flatliner one more time. Covers, hooks the leg. John Van in trouble. Guy Cormier nowhere to be found, but powers out of the pin at 2. Eddie Guns gathers him up again. A gouge of the eyes, and whoa! Where was the referee when that low blow was delivered? Eddie Guns, another kick to the midsection, and here we go one more time. A third pedigree for John Van. This is definitely going to be it right here. Covers. 1, 2. 3. That is the end right there. The Guns Brothers pulling off an incredible, borderline miraculous upset here.
The time was 10 minutes and 39 seconds, and your winners, the Guns Brothers.
Well, file this match under stuff that usually doesn't happen, as Sylvia Strong and the Originals will have to reach into that dusty old ledger and mark an L in the column, which almost never happens. The Guns Brothers pulling off a king-size upset against the undisputed World Tag Team Champions in a non-title matchup. And what's that gonna mean for the Guns Brothers heading down the road? Remains to be seen. That is for certain. We will be right back with more RWL Rage right after the break. It has been almost a year since the return of American Supreme Matt Clark, and this is his first major singles match against the Triple Crown Mexican monolith, Warlord Santos, in a non-title contest.
The next non-title match is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Smithfield, North Carolina, weighing 275 pounds, American Supreme, Matt Clark.
All throughout the 2010s, American Supreme Matt Clark was the face of RWL. Long-time World Heavyweight Champion, multi-time Tag Team Champion, and now one half of the Southern Gentleman, reaching out, striking out on his own, trying to regain the RWL World Heavyweight Championship away from the Mexican monolith Warlord Santos.
I could tell you he's going to have a tough time. I mean, he's efficient, he's great, I mean, he's wonderful, he's got skills up the wazoo. But Warlord Santos has just been, well, unstoppable, hasn't he?
These two guys haven't clashed in a long, long time, and Matt's still got a lot of hostility towards Santos for knocking him off the peak, and he don't care that the Mexican monolith is reformed from his days as Scott Bell's notorious enforcer. All he knows is he wants to be world champion again, and he's gonna drive on that. I just hope he doesn't run in wild, cause Santos will wipe up the canvas with American Supreme if he starts making hot-headed mistakes.
Hot-headed mistakes will always get you into trouble, Christy.
American Supreme, pacing that ring like a caged animal waiting for the Mexican monolith to show up. And I'm sure he's got at least a year's worth of pent-up hostility he'd like to let out.
And his opponent from Hidalgo, Mexico, weighing 496 pounds. He is an RWL Triple Crown champion and the reigning RWL World Heavyweight Champion, the Mexican monolith, Warlord Santos.
Warlord Santos coming out here with Sylvia Strong wearing only the RWL World Heavyweight Championship, as if to make a point to American Supreme. This is mine and you can't have it.
Yeah, that seems to be his attitude. You know him. I mean, he's like Joseph von Schmidt. He beat the tar out of Joseph von Schmidt. So I don't know what's going to happen to Matt Clark. I just don't know. This one, I can't call this one. It's impossible. Forget it.
Yeah, Myron. Let's not forget Santos' side of the argument, because he's worked mad hard to get to where he is today. And whether Matt likes it or not, Santos is the current face of the men's division these days.
That he is.
And the only thing Clark, or anyone else, can do is try to change it, and that's not going to be an easy thing. You could count the Mexican monolith's losses this year on one hand, even if you're missing a finger or two. And he's got a little hostility towards American Supreme, just because Clark, absolutely, threatens his spot on the roster. I'm afraid those two will never find anything like common ground.
No, indeed, Christy, I think you're absolutely right. These two are going to be rivals for the rest of their natural lives.
You know, when Matt lost the World Heavyweight Championship to Santos, he took it very personally. Expect a lot of animosity here.
I would certainly expect nothing less, Myron. Here we go. The bell sounds. They come center ring Santos with a chop to the throat of American Supreme. Clark, escorted against the ropes, counters with an elbow, delivers a left, to the midsection, whips Santos into the far corner. And American Supreme rounds up Santos. Look at this, the power. 496 pounds on one arm. Drops the Mexican Monolith center ring. And now starts stretching the arms. Warlord Santos. Oh, counter. Kick to the head. Santos catches the kick to the midsection. They lock up again. An uppercut from Matt Clark. And another. Wow. And a third. Santos refusing to go down. Whipped into the far corner. And Matt Clark. One more time here. Just, inverted dragon sleeper just hanging the Mexican Monolith up there. Now Santos gathered up again by American Supreme. Hard whip up over the top rope and out onto the floor. And here comes American Supreme right after him. Santos counters, shoves him away. Swing and a miss from Santos. Oh, he didn't miss with that one. Shot to the midsection. Now the Mexican Monolith gathers American Supreme up. He's gauging the weight up and over into a vertical suplex outside on the floor as the referee's count continues. Clark, escorting Santos back inside, makes his way back into the ring himself. Santos with a throat chop and quick counter from American Supreme. Whips Santos out onto the apron again. Look at this right here, American Supreme at Clark. Santos, right into the apron on his back. American Supreme at Clark, look at this. Pulling the switch with a nasty arm breaker. Santos counters it into a dragon screw. Clark counters with a kick. Sylvia Strong giving these guys a seriously wide berth, and justifiably so. The Mexican Monolith drops not one but two elbows on the chest of American Supreme. Look at this. Wrap around DDT. Head first into the floor for Santos. The Mexican Monolith counters with a knee. Locks Clark up. Fireman's carry position, slams his back right into the lip of the apron. Santos rounds him up again. Rolls Matt Clark back into the ring. Warlord Santos catching an uppercut. Counters. Matt Clark counters with a kick. They lock up again. Hard shot to the midsection. Clark whipped into the far corner. Now Santos. Raining blows on the head of American Supreme as the fans count them out. Wow. The Mexican Monolith, tired of the abuse at the hands of Matt Clark, and he's going to make him pay. The King of the Monsters drives a knee into the back of American Supreme. A fusillade of kicks as Clark is rounded up, quickly countering Santos. Snap suplex. And Matt Clark trying to regain the momentum he had in the initial goings of this match. Santos has him up. Pile driver. That's going to definitely impact Matt's game right here. As Santos rolls him over, goes for the cover and hooks the leg here. 1, 2, but no, only a 2 count. As Matt Clark powers out of the pin. Now Santos makes his way up to the, look at the height. And Warlord Santos, as Matt Clark gets up to his feet, changes his mind about it, does Santos knee to the midsection. Locks up Clark again. Has him up over the shoulder. Drops him head first into the top turnbuckle. And now Santos making the climb one more time. And this time it pays off with a knee across the chest of American Supreme. Clark gathered back up. The Mexican Monolith has him up over the shoulders. Look at this. Crucifix powerbomb. And that might wrap it up. 1, 2. Matt Clark showing that resilience that he has shown over the years, powering out of a pin that definitely would have ended most matches. Santos misses with the kick. Clark takes him down. Classic wrestling takedown. Follows it up with a stomp to the back of the head. And now into an armbar as referee Walt Rothburn monitors the situation. Santos manipulating his way out of that one, delivers a couple of hard rights and breaks the hold. Clark with an uppercut. Clark with a second that takes Santos down. As American Supreme takes himself all the way up to the top. And whoa, leg drop. Whoa, what a leg drop on the Mexican Monolith. Matt Clark gathers him up, setting himself up. Whoa, what a nice sweep from American Supreme as he covers. 1, 2, and another near fall as the Mexican Monolith refusing to yield to American Supreme Matt Clark in this non-title matchup. Clark shoved away by the Mexican Monolith back to his feet. Rounds up Clark hard, right, spins him around, goes behind rear waistlock, and just hurls him across town like a bag of trash. Clark, with a dragon screw, takes Santos right back down again. American Supreme delivers a kick to the back, and keeping Santos off his vertical base, which is a wise strategy for a man that size. Clark rounds him up, another uppercut, a chop across the chest. Santos says, oh, no, you don't. Warlord Santos with Clark. Oh, another set of snake eyes across the turnbuckle. And now American Supreme back on the canvas and back in trouble as the Mexican Monolith makes his way to the top rope yet again, exhorting Matt Clark to get to his feet here. And here we go. Fails to connect with the double axe handle. I'm not sure exactly how that happened, but it did. Atomic drop. Followed up with a beautiful splash. 496 pounds. Tried it a second time, but no good. Matt Clark just in time out of the way. Another uppercut from Clark. A left and a right and a left and another right. And Santos, look at this. American Supreme Matt Clark with a fusillade of blows that takes the Mexican Monolith down to the canvas again. Wow. American Supreme now clearly in control of things. Flip over neck whip. Followed up with a stomp to the leg as Matt Clark goes all the way up to the top rope. The Mexican Monolith slowly getting to his feet, and here we go. Double axe handle across the head, and down goes the Mexican Monolith. Matt Clark relentless into another armbar. And now American Supreme with another flip over neck whip. And oh, here we go. Look at this. Into a submission. Stretch and Santos. And I don't believe it. Warlord Santos is tapping out. American Supreme wins this match by submission.
The time was 8 minutes and 3 seconds, and your winner, American Supreme Matt Clark.
A message to anyone that works here. Stay away from Sylvia Strong for the next couple of hours unless you want to hear a lot of F-bombs. Between this loss by the Originals and this loss by Warlord Santos, forget it. You don't want to be around Sylvia Strong right now.
Indeed, Sylvia Strong, team manageress of 2024, got to be upset with these two losses between the Originals and Warlord Santos.
To hell with that. Matt Clark just got himself a win that's gonna make people sit up and take notice. Seems he's not only doing well with the Southern Gentlemen, as one half of the TV Tag Champs, but he's finding his groove with singles matches too, and he just beat the very baddest of the bad. I have a feeling this isn't just a dumb luck win. I think Clark has finally gotten his mojo back, because that performance was like the Matt Clark from 10 years ago.
Our main event when we return.
Fans, you're gonna find your gift right here on this channel. Join us Christmas Day as RWL Wrestling presents all of you with your gift from us. A special to our Christmas Day card with the rosters of both Rage and Snarl in the house. From Richmond, Virginia, Christmas Day on RWO Wrestling's Christmas Holiday Massacre. Right here on the RWO YouTube channel. Merry Christmas, fans.
Well, Mr. Olympic, Kurt Angle, eh? Let's play a little game of Hooskadoo, not only one of the best punk bands ever, but it also means, do you remember? Well, I certainly do remember. It was exactly a year ago, at the last Christmas card we held, when you took the RWL Light Heavyweight Championship from me. I spent several months doubting myself, doubting my abilities, feeling sorry for myself, with nothing but my friends and my tag team partner to comfort me. Well, and here you come, exactly 1 year on. Who would have believed it? Well, in any case, I'm going to give you a traumatic memory all your own, your very own little Hüsker-Dü, because I'm going to beat you senseless, and I'm going to retain the RWL Light Heavyweight Championship, and there's not a thing you can do about it, Kurt.
It has been exactly 1 year since their last encounter. And Sir Reggie Smythe, the Battling Briton, is going to face Kurt Angle for the RWL Light Heavyweight Championship once again during the holiday season.
Let's start with there isn't a word he said that isn't true. Kurt Angle did defeat him last year, and Kurt Angle eventually wound up losing the Light Heavyweight Championship to Ethan Valor. And then a little bit down the road, Sir Reggie had to come back and get the belt from Valor.
And it was an epic battle last year, lasting some 20 minutes before Kurt Angle successfully did relieve Sir Reggie Smythe of the RWL Light Heavyweight Championship. Could he do it again?
Sorry, Don. I don't see it happening. Sir Reggie's not only been on a roll lately, but he's motivated as hell to not let Kurt Angle take it from him a second time in the space of a year. We know Reggie, and when he gets it into his head that he's going to do something, he usually ends up carrying that mess out. It's not going to be like last time for Kurt Angle tonight, and I'd bet the house, the car, the dog, and the picket fence on it.
Wow, she sounds like she means business, don't she?
When Christy Ogilvy is sure of something, there is no changing her mind about it. Just take a listen to that capacity crowd here in Virginia Beach, welcoming the RWL Light Heavyweight Champion, the Battling Briton, Sir Reggie Smythe.
Who, by the way, probably has one of the coolest entrances ever.
Well, Myron, perhaps we're being a little bit partial on that score, with Reggie Smythe being one of our friends and one of our broadcast colleagues. But it is, in fact, quite true. A very cool entrance indeed.
Yeah, guys. You know sometimes how you can just tell how it's going to go down. That's my feeling about this match. Kurt Angle won't be taking the light heavyweight title home tonight. He's just not. And I think Sir Reggie is going to light his ass up.
And both these men leaving their ringside seconds behind for this match. No Georgia Washington, no Tibor Belescu, just Kurt Angle and Sir Reggie Smythe one-on-one for the RWL Light Heavyweight Championship.
And that's the way it should be, Don. Now let's shot and enjoy the rest of the entrance.
And there she blows, Sir Reggie Smythe, looking primed and ready for this championship title defense here tonight on RWL Rage.
You know, Christy, I think you've got a point. I get this feeling, too, as if it's almost fated. I don't think Reggie Smythe's gonna fail tonight.
I know, right? I think what tipped me off is Reggie leaving Tibor Belescu backstage tonight. I don't really know why, but Sir Reggie is giving off a kind of vibe tonight.
Yeah, I kind of picked up on that too.
Sir Reggie Smythe definitely looking determined this evening. And that RWL Light Heavyweight Championship certainly means a great deal to the Battling Briton.
Wow. Just check out this crowd here in Virginia Beach. They are going nuts for Sir Reg. They really like this guy.
Sir Reggie remaining a fan favorite with RWL fans everywhere.
Tonight's Rage main event is scheduled for one fall, with a 15-minute time limit, and it is for the RWL Light Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first the challenger, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing 224 pounds, here is Kurt Angle. His opponent, hailing from Leeds, England, weighing 221 pounds, he's the reigning RWL Light Heavyweight Champion, the battling Briton, Sir Reggie Smythe.
Listen, I know Reggie, and he's seething inside. Look at him, he won't even take his eyes off Kurt Angle. Not for a second.
I like Kurt Angle and all, but I'm telling you, Sir Reggie here, he's a man on a mission.
It sure looks that way to me, too.
And there's what it's all about, the RWL Light Heavyweight Championship. The stakes in this main event matchup. And with all the preliminaries out of the way, here we go. Walt Rothburn rings the bell. Kurt Angle, collar and elbow tie-up. Pushed into the corner by Sir Reggie Smythe. Referee intervening with a clean break. Reggie locks him up again into a headlock and into a headlock takedown. Kurt Angle catches a right from Sir Reggie. They lock up again from behind, rear waist lock. Nice snapmare from Kurt Angle and into a rear chin lock. Sir Reggie back to his feet, takes him down. Whoa! Talk about some beautiful chain wrestling from these two competitors. They lock up again into another headlock. Sir Reggie Smythe with a nice hip toss. Gathers Kurt Angle back up. Has him up over the shoulders in the fireman's carry position. Slams him face down, pancake to the canvas. Reggie rounds him up again. And once more, up over the shoulder. Oh man, a knee to the gut. And Kurt Angle is laid out as Sir Reggie Smythe goes for a cover. Whoa, not even a one. Kurt Angle powering out pretty quickly. Another snapmare and a hard kick to the back from Sir Reggie Smythe. Kurt Angle clotheslines him over the top rope and out onto the floor. The Olympic hero displaying some serious confidence, takes himself outside, rounds up Sir Reggie Smythe. Whoa, what a clothesline out of no place as the referee continues his count. Hard right from Angle. Sir Reggie with a beautiful suplex out on the floor. Sir Reggie Smythe. Look at this. Taunting Kurt Angle. Rolls him back inside the ring, and here comes Sir Reggie Smythe right behind. Hard overhand right takes Angle down. Sir Reggie rounds him up again. Ho, ho, what a hard right. Sir Reggie Smythe, a former professional boxer and one of the best strikers in the light heavyweight division. Reggie rounds him up again. Winds him up. Kurt Angle counters with a forearm. Sir Reggie takes him down with a clothesline. Takes himself all the way up to the top rope, and here we go. Whoa, whoa, what? Oh, caught a couple of knees from Kurt Angle. That was unexpected. Hard whip. Out onto the apron goes Sir Reggie as Kurt Angle moves in. Bringing him back inside the ring with a vertical suplex, a long one. Sir Reggie steps out. Steps back in, a little game of musical chairs here with Kurt Angle. Turns him around, has him up. Woohoo, what a backbreaker. The battling Briton rounds him up again. Kurt Angle counters with a forearm and a snapmare. The Olympic hero sets him up. Whoa, what a nice belly-to-belly suplex right there. Kurt Angle gathering Sir Reggie Smythe up yet again. Whoa! Beautifully executed uppercut. Short and to the point. Sir Reggie counters. Misses with the kick. Sir Reggie with an elbow. Kurt Angle again quickly countered by Sir Reggie Smythe with a short jab. Angle whipped to the ropes. Whoa! Wicked kick. Takes Angle right down to the mat. Kurt Angle countering with another forearm and another clothesline that takes Sir Reggie down. Sir Reggie Smythe in trouble here. Kurt Angle beginning to mount the aggression. Rounds up Sir Reggie Smythe. Sir Reggie counters with a knee. Fails to connect with the neckbreaker. Fails to connect with a kick, and from behind. Whoa! Look at that. Sir Reggie Smythe evading the German suplex beautifully. And here we go. Sir Reggie calling on those boxing skills. Whoa, man. Kurt Angle goes down like a stone. My goodness. Whoa, Kurt Angle covered 1, 2, and no. Look at this, Kurt Angle back to his feet, and he don't look happy. Sir Reggie counters with a forearm, fails to connect with the clothesline. Kurt Angle and Sir Reggie in a collar and elbow tie up here. And here whoa, look at this. Machine gun punches from Sir Reggie Smythe. Sir Reg picks himself up to the top rope. And look at it. Whoa! A falling splash, and he stayed right there. Here's the count. 1, 2, 3, and I don't believe it. Kurt Angle taken down by Sir Reggie Smythe in Bristol fashion, and in short order to retain the Light Heavyweight Championship. Let's get the official word.
The time was 5 minutes and 2 seconds. Your winner, and still RWL Light Heavyweight Champion, Sir Reggie Smythe.
Well, now, how about this, fans? Sir Reggie Smythe retaining the RWL Light Heavyweight Championship in short order, wiping out Kurt Angle in just a matter of minutes to retain the title.
Well, you certainly called it all right this time, Christy. How about it?
It's like I said, guys. Sometimes you just know. And that's rare as rare gets. Wow. Just 5 minutes from bell to bell, and I just knew he was going to do this. But I had no idea it would be that quick.
I had no idea it'd be that fast neither.
Well, so that is going to do it for this week's edition of RWL Rage. We thank you, as always, for joining us and for supporting RWL here on YouTube. We hope you'll stay tuned because immediately following this broadcast, our next program will be RWL Snarl on Saturday night, December the 21st. For all of us here at RWL, I've been Don Hickson. Thank you very much, and we'll see you at ringside next time. Good night, everybody.